Good morning, everybody. Welcome back, fellow travelers. This is our road trip to wholeness through South Pass Wellness. I'm Althea. Thanks so much for taking the time to join me today. Okay, so a couple of things. Today is the perfect day to be able to do this video. And the reason why is because we are going to be talking about a little detour that we usually take, which is called blame. Right? Okay, so here are some acronyms for what blame stands for: be lazy and make excuses, believing life's accidents mean excusing, being lost and misplacing emotions. Which one? Which one do we do? Which one do we do a variety of all of them? I think so. All right. The reason why today is a perfect day to talk about this particular thing is because, as we're going through this road trip, life is still happening, right? So there's still outside forces that are coming into our lives as individuals. And so what do we want to do about them, right? And one of the first things that we need to be able to do is assess where we are with this particular thing, blame. Blame can be a very, very dangerous thing in our personal healing. Blame leads us to keep telling the stories that have literally infected our lives and got us to where we are. And I'm going to put it like that, infected, because as we get rid of the stuff, we get rid of the infection, right? So in our little boxes, it's a good time because, this was one of the questions. This is one question that I always get, and it is one that everybody seems to get stuck on when they're trying to answer it, is how do you do a healthy reflection? So I went to a guru that I enjoy, and and this is what he says. Okay, so there's a couple of advices, and you can look them up and verify them, and see how they apply in your life. But these ones in particular were applying to my life over the past weekend. Number one is you have to work harder on yourself than you do at your job. You have to work harder on yourself than you do anything else, because this is the answer of true wealth. Because not wealth is just not money form. Wealth is everything, right? In every area of your life, wealth is. And so you have to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Success is something that you attract. These two little things here are by Jim Rohn. And I really like him because he's really matter of fact, but also kind of like it helps you get this, okay, I'm here, and now I'm going to take a step back, and I'm going to re-look at my life and see what's going on. So this is a good way to get started on a healthy reflection, because sometimes when we use a reflection point, then we go too far back, or we let our past start affecting us again today. And even though those events happened in your life, in my life, they're not happening right now. So in order to work through them, first is a choice of, of going on the road trip, right? So so as we realize that success is something that we attract, you hear all the universal laws of, attraction and la 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 and all this stuff. All of them apply. They do. You're not going to get out of using them, right? And they're all going to apply at different times. So what kind of success and what area do you want to attract success in? Personal healing, work, kids, marriage, you name it. All right. When we start going into this personal reflection, I'm going to hop over to Wayne Dyer now, because I thought it was very, very interesting, a couple of things that he always points out. Number one, he says you have to let go of your personal history. Personal history. Because it's like, he says that, even though we have went through it, we don't have to let it shape us now, right? Um, he says there's a couple of things that you can do. Number one, you can acknowledge, yes, this happened. Yes, it hurt. And yes, I've grown. Or number two, it's part of my story, but not the whole story. Or I've made peace with it, and now I decide how I'm going to live. So this is why when we're going into our personal reflection, we need to go back with a purpose, this definite purpose of what we're doing back there. What are we hoping to find? What are we hoping to work through? What are we hoping to help us get out of this particular circle that we're in and going through it? And so, hence, the first thing we're talking about is the blame. One of the most challenging things is getting out of the blame, because it's so easy, right? It's easy to blame parents, relationships, outside forces, work, bosses, the weather, whatever. It's so easy to put the blame as to why we can't do something or won't do something that we literally can. It's a form of self-sabotage. It's a form of getting away from what if we fail? Because if we already can blame somebody, or if we have somebody to blame because we took their advice, then that's a great way to do it too. Okay, so number one, if you're going to go back and do a healthy reflection, go back with a definite purpose. What are you hoping to discover and what are you hoping to work through? Is it something that you're like, okay, I want to be able to work through, well, forgiveness, of course, is always one I'm going to reference to, because that is something that is, I think, an ongoing forever adventure is forgiveness. And so when you're going back there into a particular situation, say you're going back with your mother, and there was something back in your past that happened that, like, it just kind of made you feel like, okay, maybe she's not trustworthy, or maybe there was too much, she was too firm, or whatever. Whatever the case is, go back there and you say, okay, what do I want to do with this information? Do I want to literally be like, she did it? Doesn't matter right now. She's not doing it now. So the only person that's letting it affect me is me. And being able to say, I'm choosing now to let this go and not let it affect me anymore. Being able to do that with a definite purpose, go back into the past, this is how we do a healthy reflection. This is how we get the blame put back into perspective, and then the direction is taken. Being able to choose how we want to proceed forth, sometimes we have to do this 55,000 times a day. Sometimes we have a thought that kind of comes in and we're like, okay, no, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. We already took care of that, and I am choosing again. I'm thankful for the opportunity for the check-in. No longer needed. Thank you very much, and on your way. If it comes in again, sometimes we have to redo that again. Thanks for the opportunity of seeing if I've worked through it. I appreciate that, and now I'm choosing again to let it go. Being able to use a healthy reflection in order to get us on a future path. That's what it's all about, right? So how is, now that you have this little bit of information, okay, on a healthy reflection, what is one thing that you have used as kind of a go-to to kind of keep you heading right where you're at? Is it something that's kind of kept you in the loop? And because it's important to pay attention, like, what is that? We'll talk about triggers in a later video, but I mean, honestly, like, being able to remember that just because you're choosing to not use that anymore doesn't necessarily mean that you are in denial about it. It means you're choosing not to let it define you anymore. And that's a huge difference. So what are some things that you've done in the past? Where is something, I don't know, where have you laid blame? I blamed a lot of people. I'm not going to deny that. I have blamed a lot of people for things and events that have happened in my life, because at the time that I was experiencing them as a, I guess, go through again, as the loop, I didn't know what else to do with it. Nobody was really emotionally healthy in order for me to get somewhere. So in order to kind of do this, like it's important for me, now that I am learning, to be able to kind of share this journey. And also, like, it's taken a lot to get to the point where I'm at now. And I'm very thankful for the tools that I've had, the emotion code, the tapping, the conversations, the many, many conversations, and the learning how to ask for forgiveness as well as give it. So now, have I done it all perfect? No, I haven't. Do I still have work to do? Yes, I do. And so I appreciate the ability of being able to go on something like this, to be able to not only help myself, but to help others. So please remember that just because you experienced it and that you're choosing to now think about it a different way or go about it a different way doesn't mean that it changes the fact that it happened. It did happen. Now, what do you want to do with it? Use a healthy reflection to not just go back and have more blame come forward. Go back with a definite purpose and pick one thing. Don't do it all at once. If you do that, then we get into overwhelm, and that's not where I want to be, and I don't want you to be there. So I hope that on this particular little bump road that we're on, as we take a little detour, then I hope that it makes some sense for you. I hope that you enjoy it. If you are, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to ting the bell so that you are always notified when the new videos are released. I look forward to the next one, and we'll be going into another little part of the journey, and we'll be coming up with some more stuff to be able to work on, so I'm excited. Make sure you tell a friend, and I will be seeing you guys all soon. Bye.